If the partner really loves you, they won't guilt trip you and be like, go after all the things that I've done for you, and then annoy my engine. Hello, viewers. Welcome to Avascate Podcast. Today, I am here to talk about some signs that some people put on in a relationship that ain't gonna help. That's manipulation tactics. Some manipulation tactics that people in relationship mostly use to manipulate their partners. Okay, so let's go. So the first sign I want to talk about is the silent treatment. The silent treatment. I hope you all heard of the silent treatment, but maybe you all be wondering, oh, what's the silent treatment? What's the silent treatment? So the silent treatment, let me give you an example of the silent treatment. So ignoring your partner's messages for days after a disagreement instead of you to apologize. Mostly people who are at fault mostly do this to manipulate their partners. Maybe you brought up a case and the argument didn't really go well, and your partner realized what you wanted to do. And instead of you apologizing to your partner, you rather opt for the silent treatment. That's you disappear, you ghost your partner. So this silent treatment is really dangerous and can really damage your relationship, because when you get someone who is really serious and you put on the silent treatment, the person will think, oh, this person is not really interested or what. So silent treatment, I wouldn't recommend it for you because it's a manipulation tactic, and anyone who practices the silent treatment is at fault. Okay, so another example of the silent treatment is refusing to speak during an argument, mostly on the lady side. When you bring up a case, let's say you saw something on their phone or something, you went through their phone and you saw a message they were texting with some other guy, and you question them, oh, babe, why is this message I saw on your phone with this? Then the person, the partner, the girl rather now opt for silence and disappears, refuses to talk and explain so that the case gets settled. The person rather put on the silent treatment, and that is very dangerous. That's a red flag sign to watch out. So that's the red flag number one, the manipulation tactics number one. That's the silent treatment. So let's move on to the part two. The number two behavior is called the mixed signals. Mixed signals. When you get a partner that practice mixed signals, is going to be a whole workload on you. So this is to influence your partner's emotions intentionally. Influence their emotions intentionally without directly communicating. In Ghana here, mostly you'll be working with a lady. The lady wants to eat shawarma. You pass by the shawarma store. Then she will ask you rather, babe, will you eat shawarma? If you say no, then the girl rather becomes angry. That's a manipulation tactics. It's no good. It's a red flag. So rather, how are you going to go about this? The best thing is for you to communicate with your partner. Oh babe, I want to eat this shawarma. Can you please get one for me? Yeah, that's the best thing you must do. So let me give you other examples. Making future plans with someone and canceling them or disappearing. For instance, you arrange a date with a girl and the girl agrees that, oh, let's say on this date on 25th, I'll be available at 6 p.m. And right before the 25th, the girl disappears, the girl ghosts you. You'll not hear from her again. That's mixed signals. That's a red flag. It's a major red flag to watch out in a relationship. when you are in a relationship and your partner is doing this, it's likely that they have low interest or not interested at all. They want to just keep you around for maybe future convenience. And another example is showing strong interest in a person but giving dry responses. As for this one, my Ghanaian girls can relate. What's up? What's it cool? How was your day? Good. Yeah, that one, the Charlie. It's a red flag. It's a mixed signal. So when you are a guy or a girl and someone, your partner is giving you a mixed signals, this is not necessarily about partner. When maybe someone you are interested in, the person is giving you mixed signals, it's likely that their interest is very low. Yeah, they have low interest, or maybe they are not interested at all. So when you see these signs, when you are trying to relate with someone, you know that, oh, this person is not interested. So let's go to the third point. That's guilt tripping. Guilt tripping. So this is used to influence someone's behavior using guilt. Yeah. So for instance, saying, after everything that I've done for you, so this is the thing that you can do for me. Mostly this one too, my Ghanaian girls can relate. So the Ghanaian girls, maybe when they want, let's say, iPhone 17 Pro Max from you, you the guy, you see they will come about and be saying like, so after all the food that I have cooked for you, you can't buy just this iPhone 17 Pro Max for me. Yeah, when you do that, you are trying to put the guy in a guilty situation. You feel guilty and be forced, be manipulated in a sense that, so he will be driven by force to get you that iPhone 17 Pro Max, and that's a red flag to watch out. So when going into a relationship, before you even go into a relationship, or let's say you're already in a relationship here, and the person always guilt trips you, the person is likely to have low interest. Yeah, low interest. I know that naturally some partners are immature, they don't have education on these basic stuffs, but it's a red flag. It's a red flag because there is one thing that I know about relationship, that if the partner really loves you, they won't guilt trip you and be like, oh, after all the things that I've done for you, and then annoy my engine. Okay, so the fourth point is playing the victim. Playing the victim. So this one too, my Ghanaian girls can relate. So playing the victim. When we say playing the victim, this one too, mostly the person is likely to use tears, yeah, to play the victim. So when you have seen something, you have seen her maybe with some other guy doing something at a distance, but you didn't talk, and later she comes home and you decide to confront her. You see, immediately you start talking. So I saw you with a guy standing there, what. Then immediately, before you even end your statement, she starts sobbing. She'll be crying and crying and saying, so you don't even trust me. And that a person is flipping the script because she is guilty of what you are saying. So she's flipping the script. That's playing the victim. And that's a red flag to watch out. So when someone is always playing the victim, instead of accepting blame, instead of being accountable for their actions, and they play the victim as if uh, they are rather being cheated or something is being done to them, but they rather flip the script. Yeah, that's a red flag. So some examples are using emotional stories to shift attention away from the issue. Yeah. So when you confront her, she rather uses emotional stories and other things, maybe sadness or crying or something like that, to make you feel pity for her. And if someone does that, the person is playing the victim. So watch out, my guys. So let's go to the fifth point. The fifth point is gaslighting. 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 So gaslighting. This gaslighting. When we say gaslighting, it means denying something that clearly happened. Denying something that has happened. So um you might go through her phone and you refuse to confront, and immediately you decide to confront, they are likely to play the victim, the trust victim. They will sob. After crying, she goes out and go and delete all the messages. Yes. And comes back to show them to you that you can go through my phone. Which messages were you talking about? That's pure gaslighting. Gaslighting always involves someone who is imagining problems that exist. You say that they are imagining problems that exist. Meanwhile, the problems too are existential. Meanwhile, you are trying to tell them that it's their imagination. This is a major red flag to watch out. It's a red flag. And sometimes they even tend to blame the person's perception instead of addressing the issue. And this is very dangerous when someone gaslights you left, right, up, plus, center. Charlie, you for you. So let's look at our last but not the least is jealousy triggers. Jealousy triggers. So when we say jealousy triggers, hmm, talking about people who are supposedly interested in them to provoke competition. I hope you get me. So you meet a girl and the girl will be like you start dating the girl for, let's say, 1 month, 2 months, and the girl will be like, hmm, when I went out, this guy and this guy came to ask me out too, but I didn't accept. That is jealousy trigger. When you are a girl and you are in a relationship, it is your responsibility to reject other guys who are trying to have their way in between your legs. Yeah, so it's not a crown or it's not a badge of honor that you come to tell your partner that, oh, this guy, Kwekumenuu, that's what Abena, sorry, they were trying to ask you out. If they are asking you out, you are in a relationship, and that's why you are in a relationship. So it is your responsibility to reject their offers, because even there's this thing that mostly happens, that when you are in a relationship, that's when the more girls and more guys to start coming. Yeah. So when you're in a relationship, that's why you are in a relationship. So it is your responsibility to reject any outside noise. Yeah. So you should not entertain them and come back and tell me that, oh, Charlie, you see that Armstrong was trying to ask me out, and no, that is a red flag. The person is triggering your jealousy syndrome so that you can act more than you are acting. Like, you can overdo. The person is trying to trigger the overdoing, overdoing quality in a man. You see, men, when we see that someone is trying to compete with our girls, like, we tend to overdo. Yeah, so that jealousy triggers is to get the person to overdo more than the person is doing, and that is a freaking red flag. So these are the 6 signs that you should watch out. The 6 manipulation tactics that are mostly used in a relationship. in a relationship. Yeah, the six major red flags you should watch out. So, guys, that was just by the way. So, I hope you learned something from what we have went through today. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and like so that you can boost the algorithm that promotes the video. So thank you guys for watching. This is Avasket Podcast. See you next time and I'm out.